And I believe that's the most fireballs we've ever landed. I counted them up. I believe it was 28 fireballs and 1 bonus. So that's incredible. Welcome to Arkansas Slots. We're at the beautiful Saracen Casino, Pine Bluff, Arkansas. And we're going to try Olvera Street on Ultimate Fire Link. Here's a look at the numbers up top. So on nickels, the megas 11,000, majors 1,900, minors 260, and the mini 73. All right, we're going to try the 20 spin method. A lot of you saw that video from last week, and it did pretty well. I think we're going to adjust it, though. Instead of going to the top bet all the way, we will stop at the 4th bet and reset. So those of you that haven't seen that video, we do 20 spins on whatever denom you want to play for your bankroll. And if we hit a bonus, we just stay there. If after about 20 spins, if we haven't hit a bonus, we go up to the next bet. And then after 20 spins, we go up to the next bet. And at any point we hit a bonus, we reset back to the first bet. So I started with 320 in the machine, so we get down, depending on line hits, of course, we get down close to 300, we'll know we're pretty close to 20 spins, and we'll go from there if we haven't hit a bonus. And that's the free games on Olvera Street. Need 3 of those or 4 of the fireballs. That's the fireballs. Yeah, this slot strategy showed a lot of promise last week. And then we went ahead and did the top bet of like 10 bucks, and it chewed us up pretty quick. But so that's why we're adjusting it to do just the first 4 bets. All right, that should put us close to 20. We'll go up to 2. See if we can find a bonus here. The thought process is, as you, if you're dead spinning on $1 bets, when you finally get a bonus on $2 bets, it should be twice as big as what it would have been on 1. So it will make up for the 20 bucks that you lost on the $1 bet. So, and so on and so forth. We'll see. It did pretty well, like I say, last week, but new day, new machine, you never know. Nice $100 ball. Good line hit. Showing some line hits at least. Minis at 73. All right, we'll do about 3 or 4 more. Should put us close to 20. We'll go up to the $3 bet. All right, move up to 3. All right, let's line up 4 fireballs here. Seeing some double stacks. A couple of them group up here. Well, one thing for any strategy to work, you're going to need some bonuses. So hopefully we'll find one soon. We just dead spin all the way out, and it's not much fun. But it happens. I mean, it's slots, so certainly a possibility every time you sit down. All right, we'll give it 3 or 4 more, and we'll bump it up. All right, we'll move up to 5. All right, we'll need a bonus fairly quick. 5 goes through it a little faster. Come on, 4 fireballs. Got a good ball there. 37.50. All right, let's get to the top here. All right, made it to the top. Now let's land that major. That gives us 3 more cracks at it. All right, got 3 more. Keeps giving us tries. Eventually, we'll find something good. All right, last shot. Find one more here. Keep it going. Something big. Oh, wow. It's unbelievable. All right. Give it a good long wait. See if we can land something big here. All right. Mega, major, minor, anything. Wow. Fill up the whole screen. All right, down to it again. All right, find one more up top here. That's a great bonus, though. 367 bucks. And I believe that's the most fireballs we've ever landed. I counted them up. I believe it was 28 fireballs and 1 bonus. So that's incredible. All right, well, so now we'll get to relax a little. We drop back to the $1 bet. Wow. Acting like it still wants to give us some money, so we'll certainly accept some additional funds. We'll do 20 here, and we'll bump back up. But you can kind of see the power of starting low and upping your bets, because when even as many dead spins as we went through to start off, once we finally got a bonus, it recovered all of our losses. So that's the thought behind the 20 spin method. Now, is it going to work every time like that? Are you going to hit a $375 bonus? Probably not, but it at least gives you a shot. Say if I knew something that worked every time, I would be retired and own a casino. But haven't found it yet. We're still looking. We'll give this about 5 more and we'll bump it up. Wow, showing a lot of life. All right, let's get up to $2 here. One more. Wow. Come on. Hey, got some good numbers again. All right, let's find a word. Well, it's that major, minor, and mini. Let's find one of those. All right, down to it here. Gotta have one. Come on, anything. Oh. All right, 47 bucks. Definitely on the smaller side for a $2 bet. You would expect it to be somewhere around 60. So, all right, we'll drop back to 1. We got our bonus. But you can see, even with that small bonus, it got us back above where we were when we started back at 1. So, kind of the thought behind it. Slowly build our bankroll up. Come on. Wow. Free games on every machine have been so hard today. There we go. Good hit. Yeah, I thought it'd be better than that. Still seeing a lot of fireballs. Though it's kind of nice to get the dead spins out of the way on $1, so we can hit a bigger bonus on 2, 3, or 5. All right, two more spins here and we'll bump it up. All right, up to 2. I like to get the free games on Olvera Street. We've had some fun bonuses on it in the past. A whole lot of bells. It's been a while since we've had a good bells bonus. Maybe that just means we're due. All right, we'll do about 5 more and we'll bump it up. All right, go up to 3. All right, now let's find a bonus. A little bit of a dead spell here. It's kind of how it was last time before we hit a good bonus, so maybe it's on its way. Do about 3 or 4 more here. Come on. Hey, we finally got it. All right, let's see a whole screen of bells here. Pretty good. All right, 76 bucks. Not great on $3, but not the worst. All right, so we'll drop back to 1. Oh, 1 off. Wow, miner's at 264. It's nice to see free games actually hit for once. All right, let's find 1 big fireball bonus. Minis at 76. Do about 5 more and we'll bump it up. All right, we'll bump up to 2. Front rows are trying. And another thing about this strategy, you can stop at any time. You just feel like, oh, this is about to run bad. You can definitely just, cash out, take your profit, and move on. It's never a bad time to collect. Just remember that. All right, do one more after this, and we'll bump it up. All right, we'll go up to 3. All right, let's finish up with one big bonus here. Like another crack at the free games. I think we can line up some 5 of a kinds there and hit something good. We'll do about 3 or 4 more, and we'll give 5 a shot. Come on! Wow! All right, we'll bump it up to 5. Finish with a big bonus here. Slam that minor. Yeah, need some double stacks. Showing good numbers, just not near enough of them. All right, we'll play this to 300 and we'll call it there if we haven't hit a bonus. I'm not going to feed it all back chasing. One more. All right. We're down to 307. At least we got it on 5 here. This could be a good one. All right, full screen of bells here. got the guitar. It's a little bit better cymbal. All right, 320 at the buzzer. All right, we'll do a few backup spins here. We'll do our backups on $3, down to 600. And if we don't hit a bonus by then, we'll take our profit and move on. I think you can kind of see how the building your bets up potentially recovers all of your losses, because we had a huge dead spell there and we still are up above where we were. So. Not saying it's going to win every time, but feels like it gives you a good chance to build your bankroll instead of just spin it all off. So. All right, I think we'll stop there. I think we had around 300. I'll have to look back at the tape, but 300 profit. I appreciate you watching. Please like and subscribe so we can keep building the channel, and we will move on to the next one. Thank you.